Hello YouTube, Dbtgamer Pokemon Play, part 46. In the last part, we did more of the bicycle path, and Adam talked about what he's been playing this week. In this part, we're going to hopefully finish off the bicycle path and get to the coast, where maybe we'll find a bikini girl or two.
Please hurry up. Yeah, worms. I really don't want to, blow my own trumpet or anything, but I just kick ass at that game and you're just throwing your boots right into the screen. Yep.
I cramped my ankle. I had to stretch them a little bit.
Fair enough. I'll let you live this once.
Well, since I hold a very heavy object with a Nintendo 64 controller, you better let me live.
Is that heavy?
Sort of, yeah. Especially with the transfer packet, it's quite a bulky controller.
Never had a Nintendo 64, so I was spared all the rare 3D games, 3D platformers.
Well, it wasn't just rare made 3D platformers in N64. There's Mario 64 that was made by Nintendo. I suppose Glover, which is the sort of 3D platforming stroke puzzle game.
That's more of a puzzle game than a platformer.
Yeah, but
it does have platforming in it.
Yeah. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness.
That's Konami.
It's got some platforming in it, so it's not just Rare who made platforming games.
Well, me and 3D platformers have never really seen eye to eye. Man,
can you name some 3D platformers that you would like playing?
No.
Oh.
Seriously, I can't.
Right.
Banjo-Kazooie, the Donkey Kong 3D game. Crash Bandicoot, Gex, Spyro. I don't know what the hell. It wasn't Gex. It was sort of a Croc. That's it. I think it was just called Croc. None of them appealed to me.
What was Gex like? I've heard things about that, but I never really wanted to try it. I never been able to find a copy of the game either.
Imagine Austin Powers as a gecko. It was a
I need more descriptive than that.
It was a kind of spoof of James Bond, or at least that's the image it gave.
Adam, post camera. I need to check his psychopath for more trainers. Right, YouTube, after searching the entire bicycle path 3 times, we have determined there are no trainers there. No more bicycle path! Yes!
Onwards to boobies.
No, almost to Future City, and more trainer fights.
No. This is my turf.
Oh, is it now? Well, these are bird catchers. Bird keepers are obsessed with bird-type Pokemon. So, these guys, if you're of an electric type, they're gonna die painfully.
What he said.
Ice Beam.
What are we talking about anyway? I've forgotten. Yeah, I've got a scatterbrained memory like that.
You talk about Worms Armageddon.
I think we stopped talking about that.
Alright.
That's it, we're talking about 3D platformers.
Yeah, Gex.
Yeah, it was just a generic 3D platformer with a slight, what seemed like a slight 007 undertone to it, starring a gecko. I never really understood the plot. And
well,
that's about
3D platformers don't really have a very in-depth plot. 3D platformers, the basic formula is collect a bunch of shit, open door, repeat.
Yeah.
And then deliver an uppercut to a boss every so often, then you're done.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And well, I didn't like it at all.
I like 3D platformers, but sometimes it can get a little bit repetitive collecting stuff all the time. You know, the sort of games you need to play in portions. You don't want to play them for too long at a time, else your brain will sort of get bored of it.
I mean, Crash Bandicoot. If you played through the game and collected all the crystals throughout, there's about one on each level. If you collect them all, you can actually skip the final boss by going into the room below him and just jumping across these platforms, rescuing the girl and buggering off. Just ignore the final boss.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
No, seriously, I think that it's like red crystals are hidden in every stage. If you collect them all, when you get to the final level, you can actually go to the level below him and just literally jump across this really, really, really long bottomless pit on these floating platforms made of the crystals you've collected. And at the end, there's your girlfriend. Pick her up, bugger off. That's it. End of game.
I'm playing Rayman 3D a lot on my 3DS, and I've noticed something. Rayman 3D, it feels like a combination of a 3D platform and a first-person shooter, because all the Rayman games I've played up until now, you used to throw your fist at them, and instead of throwing your fist in Rayman 3D, you sort of throw these white orbs at the enemies. So it's kind of like a first-person shooter combined with a platforming game in that respect. But obviously there's more platforming than the average first-person shooter, so I don't think this is going to be a Call of Duty rip-off here.
Oh God, I'm pretty sure they can't rip off Call of Duty. I think everyone already rips it off.
No offense to people like first-person shooters here, but I'm sort of getting sick of the fact that first-person shooters are the most popular game genre of this generation. There's always so many times you can shove a gun up someone's nose and split out their entire body.
Whilst hiding behind a chest-high wall waiting for a bullet wound to magically regenerate itself.
Yeah, that is one thing that really bothers me. When you're playing, when I used to play GoldenEye for Nintendo 64, absolute classic, probably one of the best first-person shooters ever made. You know, and then I heard about this new version made for the Wii. And instead of collecting body armor to regenerate your health, your health regenerates if you hide behind, say, a wall, a sandbag. You can basically magically grow back your arm.
Yeah, whatever happened to?
But if you like the old-fashioned way, you can actually change the difficulty settings so you collect body armor again. But here's my problem with that: it makes the game basically collecting body armor is hard mode. There isn't an easy mode of collecting body armor. And also what I thought was weird was, let's put this into the realistic terms. To restore your health collecting body armor, so by the end of the game you wear like 4 sets of body armor.
Well, if you're getting shot, it'll damage it, won't it?
I know, but in real life, if you're collecting body armor, you'd be like wearing 4 sets of body armor before the end of the level. One set will be full of bullet holes, and the next set will be brand new.
When one falls off, you just got another one underneath. You just keep adding more. Yeah, a major culprit of this is the Gears of War series. I've played the first one and hated it.
Another major culprit is Halo.
Another one. I have to confess, I've never, ever played a Halo game.
Well, neither have
but
I,
from what
it's as much to blame as anything else.
But I've seen people play it. I tell you, I've actually played multiplayer. But that was just like 3 matches about 12 years ago. And I just fucking thought, dude, what the hell am I doing? I get shot in the face and sit here for 5 minutes, and I can suddenly back at full health. No. You get shot in the face, you die.
You know what really bothers me? I was talking to my friend Zach earlier on last year. We were talking about E3 and how awesome the 3DS was and stuff. And he said the best game he saw at E3 was Halo Reach. He said that Halo Reach won the entire E3. Dude, use your eyes! Nintendo raped Microsoft!
I've actually got something to say about this, because I know for a fact that Halo Reach is actually a prequel.
Exactly.
And I know enough of the story to know that whenever people refer to the era that Halo Reach takes place in, it's always referred to as a kind of era where everyone died. And I've seen trailers for it, and I'm pretty sure the first thing you ever see is a helmet lying broken and disused in the middle of a desert. And that's skipping right to the end. So I can only assume, I've never played it, but here's a layman's guess, you all die!
Well, here's my, I saw one trailer where the guy was showing off his red arm and saying, "Hey, red arm looks good." I'm like, what? This is the trailer for a new Halo game?
Turns around, there's a load of aliens staring at him. That's Red versus Blue, that's a spoof.
Oh, right.
It's a fan-made thing.
It shows how much I know and care about Halo here.
Yeah, he's looking at himself in the mirror. You're looking good. Hoya! Gaboosh! He turns around, there's a load of aliens staring at him. How long have you guys been staring there? So yeah, that's Red versus Blue. It's a fan-made sort of parody of the Halo universe with the guys in red armor versus the guys in blue armor. If you didn't work that out already, and apparently it's pretty popular. Although I have to confess, I've never seen any of it apart from that.
I mean, the last good first-person shooter I played and finished was Perfect Dark for the Nintendo 64. Perfect Dark for the Nintendo 64. It's a good game, but the plot is basically pretty crap.
And apparently the remake on the 360 just fell apart.
Did it?
Apparently it bombed immeasurably.
What happened?
Apparently
do tell! We got to big up the N64 version as much as possible here, because we're using one. Go N64! Die 360!
Apparently the levels were so complex and maze-like, at the last minute, seriously, they had to just throw in a thing on the floor which basically just pointed you where you were supposed to be going. Because you could not find your way around these levels, at all.
Are we talking about Perfect Dark Zero here, or Perfect Dark 364?
I think it's. I'm not sure. I never played it.
Well,
I think it's a remake.
Well, Perfect Dark Zero, I've heard about the arrow thing. Perfect Dark 64 was meant to be remade for the Xbox Live Network thingy.
Yeah, first-person shooters don't care about them. Seriously, the only first-person games I play are Western RPGs like
this girl gives
like
you TM39.
Elder Scrolls, like Elder Scrolls and Oblivion.
TM39, let's see what it does.
I've just named two of the same game: Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Basically anything by Bethesda. Recent by Bethesda.
TM39 is the TM for Swift. Very good move, it never misses, no matter how many times you use double team.
Yeah, but didn't you get rid of it? Pikachu had it and you got rid of it, didn't you?
Yeah, but I've just picked up a TM for Swift.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I might use it later on. This is the other way to get to future status. We're going to go down here now.
Yeah, going back to the main rant, the main point of this rant, whatever happened to health bars? Okay, they were unrealistic, but since when did you give a shit about realism when you were commanding Space Marines across a desolate landscape being attacked by giant underground dildos?
Adam, Pokemon roll call please, Route 12.
We've got enough time, but I'll give it a go. Route 12, you can find a Pidgey, very common in all three versions. A Pidgeotto, rare in yellow. Oddish, we're on 1330.
Okay.
Oddish, very common in red and yellow. A Gloom, common in red and yellow. A Venonat, common in all three versions. A Venomoth.
Stop. Gloom, very good Pokemon, definitely worth getting. Venomoth, it's a good bug type, but I prefer Butterfree. Keep going.
Venomoth, rare in yellow. Bellsprout, very common in blue and yellow. Weeping Bell, common in blue and yellow.
Weeping Bell, excellent Pokemon, definitely worth getting.
You've got one! So obviously you've talked about it before.
Mm.
A Farfetch'd, common in yellow. In the water you can find a Slowpoke, common in yellow. And a Tentacool, Krabby, Goldeen and Magikarp, very common in all three versions.
Right.
We're on 1420, mate.
Right, I have to try and finish this fight off. This route is littered with Pokemon trainers who like water Pokemon, so this is going to be a bit difficult for my Fire-type Scorch.
Don't tell me I missed my first Bikini Girl.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, you twat. 1440, so do you want to leave it there?
Anyway, YouTube, in the next part I will continue this pier. Till then, bye.